Hey guys, Michael Kiehm.
And Tashina Beckman.
We're back again. We just switched sides on the floor now to confuse you a little bit. Yeah, but anyway, what we're going to do with this tip, and this is going to be a really cool one for you, we're going to talk a little bit more about the things that really bother us as teachers when we're watching our students do the basic level stuff. And even in intermediate level, we see the same problems. But we're going to start off with just taking a simple movement like a sugar push and talk about the things you want to avoid doing. Okay, so for the first thing for the gentleman, when you dance a basic sugar push, you're going back on your 1, you're going back on your 2. Try not to let your upper body weight go back towards the heel of your right foot to where you're so far back that the lady's afraid to lean into you. You've got to keep your body weight a little bit towards the partner on 2. Then move your left foot back, but don't back up. Just do your 3 and in that position, because so many of the guys in the class will tend to sit back with that 3 and take the lady right out of connection. So I'm going to stay back on this position, do my 3 and, then I'm going to set her back onto the 4, and again, I'm going to try and keep my body weight behind my left foot right now. There's another place where I don't want to get totally over my foot unless I'm trying to travel, and I don't want to travel as a basic sugar push. So I'm going to put the foot down, keep my body weight centered slightly over the arch of the foot, and then do the triple back and replace. So again, I'm going to dance 1, keep my body forward, 3 and 4, keep my body back, 5 and 6. Avoid doing 1, 2, going back too far on 3 and 4, and coming with the lady on 5 and 6. Don't go through your 4th beat. That's where you want to slow the pattern down and put the brakes on, so to speak. The ladies now, your part.
So this would actually be for gentlemen and females, but I see it a lot in females. When we just a sugar push, we allow the pitch of the body to actually reverse, and we swing in with the hips, thinking the connection's coming from here. It's not. It's actually coming from the upper half of the body and connecting in here with the upper half, and then when you step away, it's the lower half that leads. So even when you're just walking around town, seeing yourself in the mirror maybe once or twice a day, set an alarm on your phone, and just look at your posture. A lot of the times women, we sit with our hips forward because we slump them, and instead we want to pull the hips up underneath us so that our body pitch is slightly forward like this, just as if you were climbing upstairs. It would stay the same as if you backed downstairs. When we go into any pattern of West Coast swing, we walk forward with that same pitch, and we walk back with the pitch. It never changes whenever we're going a direction.
And that's a subtle action because her movement is traveling more. So the guy's pitch has a slight change. He goes back and he lets his footwork go slightly behind him, and then he lets his footwork get slightly ahead of him. So you're going to appear to have a pendulum-like feel to your body, but you're still not going to be, you're not going to be straight up and down where you're walking straight back with the pattern, straight forward with the pattern. It's just very hard to control the partner that way. So if I swing the bottom out just a little bit here and then let the bottom half swing forward a little bit, that gives me more control of leading the pattern because I'm the one that's not traveling. She's the one that's moving, so her action is slightly different. And she has to have speed when she moves, or at least control of her speed. Okay, so in an underarm pass, you'd have the same kind of issues. On an underarm pass, I'm going to want to make sure that I don't give the lady a short track. I want to give her distance to move. So I take the first 2 steps, and this is a good checkpoint. When you get to the second step of the underarm pass, if the lady's still in front of you, you're in pretty good shape. If you find that the lady's all the way up to you shoulder to shoulder, you've moved too far or she's moved too far. Now she doesn't have the room to do the triple going through, and neither do you. So your next 3 steps are going to be so tight and uncomfortable, it's not going to work out so well. So if you give yourself a little bit more room on these first 2 steps, now we both have the freedom to move the triple step a little freer and into the anchor step. So that's my pet peeve on the underarm pass is the guy is moving forward too much.
Yeah. On the underarm pass for the ladies, if you're a beginner, just one helpful tip that goes in all patterns is when you're going 1, 2, avoid raising this elbow to try to duck underneath.
That would be a really good point for the guys as well. What I do is I pick the hand up and I put it at about her eye level. So on 1 and 2, it's about right here. So that's keeping this elbow down. Now she can take the hand over the head, but it stays close to her body. 3 and 4, 5 and 6. But she's not taking the elbow out away from the body. It's coming up straight. This is when you end up hitting the guy. So just a nice straight raise of the hand, drop the hand over your head. No reason for you to duck, ladies, because you're the one taking your own hand over your head. Okay, and guys, your arm needs to be light so she can do that. She needs to be able to pick that right up and over and have no effort doing the movement. Try to move less, guys, let the ladies move more. Now, if your lady doesn't move much, then you're the one that's responsible for filling space. So if she were to shrink her steps a little bit here, I would move a little bit more so that she didn't have to work so hard to find that connection for me. So you'd have to be in a position where you could adapt to the partner you're dancing with on the fly, so to speak. So, I mean, those are your basics. A couple of simple things, the sugar push and underarm pass, but they go a long way because they apply to the basic concept all the way to the most advanced moves. So something you definitely want to work on is getting that basic down solid. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll be back for more.